Steph, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. You guys have seen a lot of ups and you've seen some downs over this 5-year run. How do you describe this particular challenge and compare it to anything else that you guys have ever faced?
I don't know. I think this is just thinking about what's happening now. It's hard to kind of compare just because all my mental energy and whatnot is focused on the task at hand right now. Being down 3-1 in the finals, where we haven't been in this position before, but I guess in the finals, but playing OKC and the whole 2016 run where we were on both sides of this equation, you can kind of relive those experiences, understand what the emotions were like, and how important literally every possession of those potential closeout games were on both ends, and what it took for those comebacks to happen. But for us, it's just a matter, can you win one basketball game right now? Can you go out tomorrow, play an amazing 48 minutes, quiet this crowd that's going to be probably unbelievable tomorrow, slow down a team that's been playing amazing especially these last 2 games, and just win one basketball game and take it from there. And if we focus on that mission, our history kind of speaks for itself in terms of being able to get that done. Just win one basketball game, and then we'll worry about the rest.
Davide, next row back.
Steph, Davide Chinellato, Gazzetta Italy. Coach Kerr just said there's a chance KD might be playing tomorrow after all. My question is, how did you see him during this process, him being out, and how your way of playing is going to change if he's back, considering he's probably not going to be at 100%?
I don't think my style will change much at all. It's just having another powerful weapon out there that can do some very dynamic things on the floor, and we'll be able to adjust and transition pretty smoothly. He's been in plenty of finals and has played well, and no matter what percentage he's at, I'm sure he'll be impactful and effective out there. But again, for myself or anybody in our rotation who's been playing a lot of minutes, we just have to be aggressive and smart and competitive, especially on the defensive end. And the rest should take care of itself.
Ann here in the front.
Steph, Ann Killian with the San Francisco Chronicle. I'm just wondering, as the leader of the team, can you assess the vibe around the team, the mindset going into this situation?
I think after Game 4, it was a tough vibe in the locker room, just because you lose 2 in a row at home. Nobody likes that feeling at all, especially in the finals, and it's kind of a little self-reflection of what do we need to do and what do we need to correct for us to stay alive. But I wouldn't say we're down at all. It's mostly just we're anxious for tomorrow to just get out there and play a great basketball game. And I think we're confident in that fact that we can do that. And the best bet for us is just to block out as much noise as possible. Have a great practice today where we hone in on the details that we need to correct and really come with the right mindset of the energy and effort we need to play with our backs against the wall. And again, like I kind of said earlier, we know we can do it. It's just a matter of proving it.
Michael over here.
Steph, Michael Grange from Sportsnet. This idea of how important it is to take it one possession, one game, blocking out the noise, does that come naturally? Is that something that you can't imagine being any other way, or is it something you've really had to practice and learn and get better at?
It definitely comes with experience for sure. 'Cause you could say it, but in terms of you don't know how. just how hard it is to do that at this stage and at this level. But having been here 5 straight times and been through all type of experiences and different styles of play, different paces, playing against amazing talents and that we've had, and even now with the way that Toronto's been playing these last 2 games, like it's just a matter of just buckling down and figuring it out. So it's easier for us to say that because we have been through so many experiences, and I think the confidence that we can flip that switch and no matter what's happened the last 2 games, be world beaters on tomorrow from the jump is definitely something that we can do and execute. But it does help having been on the back end of this 5-year journey where we've seen so much and been in a lot of different atmospheres and different pressures and expectations that we can lock in on just strictly 48 minutes. The context of it all, it really doesn't matter. It's just win one basketball game and take it from there.
Dan, on your right.
Steph, Dan Wicke with the Los Angeles Times. Along those lines, in a 3-1 series, in a Game 5, how much of it is sort of tricking yourself if you're up to play with urgency, and if you're down to not look at sort of we have to win 3, but it's 1? Is this more of a mental test, Game 5s?
I mean, yeah, considering how tough the last 2 games were, you can't lose your identity and certain things that have made us successful over the course of this run. I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel by any stretch of like these huge adjustments or anything. It's just looking at these last 2 games, Game 3 and 4. Where we lost them were these 4 to 6 minute mini runs that Toronto went on, and where they put a lot of pressure on us just by how efficient they've been on the offensive end and felt like they could get any shot that they wanted to. Obviously the way that they're defending us, just trying to create good offense on those possessions to kind of go back at them. We haven't done it, so that's really it. Can you see the picture and envision what we need to do out there and turn that into reality by executing it? We have high IQ guys that I feel like won't be rattled by the pressure of that situation because. A couple missed shots here and there, you can start to think like, this might not be our night or stuff like that. That can't creep in. It has to be, in spite of whatever happens, Game 5, just get the job done, no matter how pretty or ugly it is.
Arash, over here.
Steph, to your left, Arash Madain with Sportsnet. You mentioned in practice today working on detail or 2 without divulging state secrets. Could you just elaborate on what you think a couple of the details that need to be cleaned up are?
Mostly just defensively in terms of the stuff that they've done to create good looks on the offensive end, whether it's communication on our switches or rotations out of traps or a simple detail is just in boxing out when a shot goes up. Those are valuable possessions in a pivotal game like a Game 5 when you're down 3-1. So we just have to have everybody in the same mindset, on the same page, and the mental focus you need to have. It starts in practice, again, envisioning what that's going to look like. Everybody marinating on it for the next 24 hours, and then going out and getting the job done.
Thank you, Steph. This concludes. Practice will be open for the next few minutes. Thank you.